g'day. How you going? What do you know? We'll strike a light. G'day, g'day. And how you going? Just say g'day, 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 and you'll be right.
In today's End Times Prophecy update, again, as you read the news headlines, there's so many different things going all over the world, and over the last several days, there's some interesting things that come to light, but there's a couple highlights or snapshots I wanted to share with you, and this just kind of, I try to do a broad picture of what's going on, just key components. Some of you have read or heard about the escalation and hostilities, what's been happening between Israel and Gaza over the last 24 hours, how Gaza has, and Hamas specifically, had launched 200 rockets into Israel, and then Israel retaliates with a military action, plummeting over 15 or 150 targets in Gaza. And so again, there's a lot of intensity every single day, every single week. More and more of these sort of reports are coming out. So it's just a matter of time before a full-out war can break forth. Again, they've tried to reach the ceasefire in this process, but it's just another opportunity, another week. And it seems like Hamas or the Palestinians, when they do these things, and even Hezbollah, they get a pass from the media, but because Israel might retaliate to protect its people, they get the shaft for it. They get criticized for protecting their country. But it's okay for the Palestinians and Hamas to launch these rockets in there. So, but it's just interesting to see more of the escalation and the tension within the region. Also, this last Wednesday, Jordan King Abdullah met with Palestinian President Abbas over the U.S. peace plan in the region. So this peace plan is getting more ramped up, and eventually, again, we don't know the full details in it. There's a lot of pieces to this plan, but this last Wednesday, King Abdullah and also the crowning prince, who will probably be the eventual heir of Jordan, but they met to talk over some of these this push for peace. So this deal will eventually take place, and again, there's a lot of components to it that has to still be worked out. But the key thing is a plan is getting closer and closer. So eventually there will be a deal in place, and there will be a covenant that the Antichrist will also sign and confirm. So there also has to be something that's in place before he can confirm it. So this could be one of those pieces of that puzzle. We don't know what other plan that is, but we're looking very closely to that end times part of that prophecy in Daniel chapter 9. On to a different interesting news article. This came out of the Telegraph, how homeless people are wearing barcodes to accept cashless payments. So we're getting closer and closer to, again, the mark of the beast. Again, there's still some more things, but the technology is there. But this particular was interesting, where you see these homeless people wearing these barcodes around their necks in order to attempt to increase donations in a cashless society under the Oxford University-backed initiative. So this new social innovative project called Greater Change hands homeless people this QR code, and it's very similar to those online tickets. You know, you see those little, it looks like a little box, and it has all these funky little dots in it. So what happens is there's the caseworker sets this thing up into an account. So if you use your smartphone, you can donate to that person by using that that code. And there's a caseworker that would manage that as long as the money's going to certain targets and practical things for their needs. But it's just interesting to see the creative ways and how we're going not only from a cashless and card, but to see these barcodes and QR codes to receive cash. And so eventually, as we mentioned, we'll be a cashless society, and eventually the mark of the beast will be in place. And then lastly, so sad to see the society in so many countries, and you see the violence, you see the crime, but in Brazil, they broke a record for the number of murders in one single year to death hits over 63,888. So that's a lot of murders in that particular country. And so that was a rise from 3% from the previous year. So it's not getting better. It's getting worse and worse. They had an 8% rise in rape to over 60,018 cases, while 4,539 women were murdered, a rise of 6.1%. And so the grim homicide milestone here underscores the deteriorating security that's happening in that country, where people are afraid to go out. A lot of this is organized crime that's happening, and also corrupt police are causing a good chunk of those deaths as well. So you're seeing just the decline of a society there. So just sad to see, even here in Australia, you see the crime rate, the violence going on. I was speaking to a police officer the other day, not because he pulled me over or anything like that, but he's actually a coach for one of the other clubs, and I asked him, what's the biggest thing you guys have to face on a daily basis? And he said, domestic violence. Domestic violence in the city of Casey, this area that we live in, is the highest in the state, and also almost that in the whole nation. So it's just crazy to see the amount of cases that they have to face and deal with on a regular basis. So something has to change, and again, it's the gospel of Jesus Christ that will change society. And so we need to be praying for people to come to the Lord and reach people for the gospel. And that's it for today's update.